Hey guys, Simon here from Simon Says Cycling. Today I'm talking about high intensity training and are you doing too much of it? Sometimes riders will go out there and they'll just hammer, every day they're going and they're hammering. And high intensity, what I mean by that is when you're going more anaerobic, when you're loading up with lactate in your legs, you're going over your threshold, you're doing some very hard efforts. And if you're somebody who's doing a lot of group rides every week, you're probably doing that at least 3 or 4 or 5 times a week. And many times that's not ideal. In my opinion, it's probably too much intensity. From my experience, if you want to have long-term gains, you're better off only spending it 2 to 3 days a week where you go anaerobic. Now that could be short, high intensity intervals like VO2 intervals, anaerobic power intervals. It could be a group ride, it could be a race. Those are, 2 or 3 times a week. That's probably ideal. Any more than that, and you're probably also going to burn out because mentally it's also very taxing to push yourself that hard. Interestingly, you recover quicker often from like a longer, slower ride than you do from a very hard interval session. Many times you'll need at least 48 hours to recover from very hard intervals, whereas from a long, steady ride, you only need 24 hours. That's often the case. So if you're looking to improve and you're doing over 3 or 4 times a week very hard training, you may be starting to get a little bit mentally fatigued. So my suggestion is rather replace that hard group ride or maybe one of those interval sessions with more of a steadier ride, more of a tempo type ride where you ride somewhat hard but you can still have a conversation, or do some strength work on the bike, or more of an endurance type ride. Add that to the training, get more of a balance to your training. And then when you do those intense days, make sure they're super quality. So in other words, when you train hard, you train very hard. When you train more endurance, you stick to that. And then when you take it easy, when you do your recovery days, make sure you go super easy. And in my experience, that's going to lead to longer term improvements and less burnout overall. Hope you guys enjoyed those tips. Thanks for watching.